Warning. Warning. The following program depicts exercises which, depending upon your physical condition, may be hazardous to your health.
And you, well, you should be more careful who you lend your coat to. You know what, Greg? You're not a good friend. Whoa. How could you even say that? I'm a great friend. If you were a great friend, you would have told Mr. Winsky the truth. Okay, one thing. You can't get mad about it. You only care about yourself. You hated my cartoon. You made fun of my clothes. You disrespected Joshy. You broke my hand and you didn't even seem sorry. That broken hand was the best thing that ever happened to you. Don't call me. Don't come by my house. We're done.
Well, this is what it looks like when a so-called friend is in reality an enemy, sabotaging everything that you want to do to succeed, your hopes, your dreams. They don't get joy from your successes. They get joy from your failures. And this is why you will have the hardest time, if ever, losing weight. Because your friends are the proverbial Trojan horse. They activate at certain times to sabotage any of your gains. They are your biggest obstacle.
You wake up with the intent that I am gonna work on my goals, work on my business, work on whatever, right, to push you forward. If you become one of those kinds of people and you start making progress slowly, you will very quickly distinguish who actually are your friends, okay? Because the majority of people actually don't want you to do better, you know, because by you not progressing, it makes them feel comfortable. It makes them feel, oh yeah, people are just chilling, you know, I don't have to like push myself. You know, it gives people a level of comfort. So when they see you actively trying to push forward with your life, it pisses them off.
Of course, this is true. And it's hard for people to understand because they don't know what a friend really is. So you have fake friends that can infiltrate your relationship and sabotage you whenever it makes them feel good or it makes them feel uncomfortable. They do not want you to succeed. And that is why obesity is at an all-time high. This wonderful article that came out talking about your friends are actually sabotaging your diet is profound. It reveals the truth that 75% of women say they don't have friend support. 75%. That's a huge number. It goes on to say your friends are actually your worst enemy. The reason why they can say that because these are not real friends. They are associates. Definition of friend has been lost. Most people do not know it. And here it is, the top damaging reasons they will say. You're not having salad again, belittling you, making you feel bad. I made it just for you and you're not having any? Look at this. You're not going to drink with us? These are techniques to make you feel guilty that you are actually doing something right. And the list goes on and on. These are controlling mechanisms, words they use to belittle you and to make you doubt yourself. I noticed you're losing weight. I didn't want to say anything, but you look sick. These are things some of your friends say. Your friend is actually a Manchurian candidate, one that infiltrated your inner circle, your trust, only to sabotage you from accomplishing your goals.
When you fail, they can finally feel good. They use your failures to feel better about themselves.
And this is why your goal keeps getting further and further away. Not only because your support system that you surround yourself with is not support, but debilitating. The second reason is most people do not know how to pick out a friend. In fact, most people in America do not have friends, according to this article. You may say, how come I can't find a true friend then to encourage me? Well, the reason why, especially here, is because it's called the great friendship recession. That number of true friends is almost gone. It's also called the great friendship decline. So in order to find somebody who's going to encourage you in your goal, true friends, it's going to be harder for you than ever, especially here. So in the end, you may say, what do you need to do in order to accomplish your goal? As again, I am not a therapist. I am not your doctor or your priest. But what I am is a CEO. And I know business. If I'm going to hire somebody, I vet them to make sure that they can fit the position. Why? Because if I allowed any Joe Schmo in off the street into my business, that's a disaster waiting to happen. The same way I would figure if you're going to allow somebody into your intimate inner circle to open up your heart and mind to them, you best believe that you should vet your friends before you allow them into your inner sanctuary. But what do I know? I'm just a CEO. Thanks for watching.